just pruned this rose, and then I noticed a growth from the base of the rose, which I was a bit suspicious about. I just wanted to have a closer look. Alright, that is actually growth coming from underneath the graft. Let's have a look and we'll remove that. All roses that you buy from a nursery are grafted. They have a rootstock, and then there's usually, you can see the bark changes here. It's quite smooth at the bottom, and it changes here. It's been grafted. They've actually just cut two roses, joined them together. The top one has been bred for beautiful flowers, and the bottom one has been bred for its vigor and its resistance to mildew and all sorts of other sort of growing reasons. And so you've really got the best of both worlds. So on all these roses you'll see a collar coming up, and then a neck coming up, and then there's a collar here where there's a change in the bark, and that's grafted. When a plant's under stress, or if it's buried, or this one actually was transplanted. It was in a bad spot and I transplanted it, moved it. You'll get shoots coming out from underneath that graft, from right in below that neck collar line. And in summertime it's quite obvious, because they have quite a different bark, and they have very different leaves, different leaf shape, and if they have a flower at all, it will be a simple red single petal rose, which is from the sort of wild rose type. So you need to remove that, because we don't want any of the vigor of the nutrients in the water, etc., being used to make what basically is a mutant, or actually it's a throwback to the base stock there. So after all that, take an old pair. This is my old pair of secateurs, because you don't want to get sand and soil on your good secateurs, because it can damage them. And you take it back as close as you can and hope that it doesn't come back. You need to, it probably will come back once it started shooting. It may well come back, but in the middle of summer you can get down there as well and trim that back. So, general rule, remove any growth that sprouts from below the graft line.